Hello and welcome to the news on Enyimba TV. We are reaching you from Abia, the commercial and industrial hub of Abia State, Nigeria. First, here are the top stories. Labour shifts to 497,000 naira, rejects federal government's fresh 57,000 naira wage proposal. Arewa Forum blames worsening economic hardship on federal government's policies. Former Abia Accountant General defects to APC. These and other stories, plus foreign business and sports shortly. Thanks for joining us on the news update at this period. I am Mary Ihejiriga. President Bola Tinubu will depart Abuja today, Thursday, May 23, for N'Djamena, Republic of Chad, to attend the inauguration of President Idris Muhammad Deby. The inauguration follows the declaration of President Deby as the winner of the country's presidential election earlier this month and subsequent affirmation by the Constitutional Court of Chad. According to the statement by presidential spokesman Ajuri Ngalale, President Tinubu will be accompanied on the trip by some senior government officials and will return after the ceremony. Deby, Chad's junta leader, won the African nation's May 6 presidential election with 61% of the vote, according to the final results, which was announced. Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chairman of the Interministerial Committee, IMC, George Akume, says President Bola Tinubu's first year in office will be marked by a low-key celebration. Akume revealed that the anniversary will be commemorated through a series of sectorial briefings by various ministries, which will commence on today, Thursday, May 23. The SGF, who described the first year of the current administration as the testament of sorts, said it goes to show the unwavering commitment and resilience of the administration towards serving the Nigerian people with diligence, integrity, and dedication. Responding to questions, the Secretary to the government said President Tinubu's administration has entrusted more funds to the state in line with his belief for true federalism. Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Gas, Ekberebe Ebo, has disclosed the ministry had resolved the challenges the 141 megawatts geometric power plant in Abia State was having with gas supply. Ebo made this known in his scorecard, a copy of which was made available to Enyimba TV News by his media aide, Louis Iba. Enyimba TV recalls that after the geometric power plant was launched in February, there were complaints of inadequate gas supply, inhibiting its capacity to deliver power to its customers. According to the minister, he supervised and ensured the resolution of gas supply issues at the geometric power plant. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has advised African nations to re-examine the democracy inherited from the West, while adding that Africa must build a model of democracy that is true to the African heritage and that caters for the welfare of the people. He said this at a summit on the state of democracy in Africa held at the Yaradua Center in Abuja. The former Nigerian president, who was a keynote speaker at the summit, advocated for a democracy that works for all. President Bola Tinubu, who was represented by his vice Kashim Shettima, says the cure for bad democratic governance in Africa is more democracy. National Executive Committee of the Arewa Consultative Forum has attributed the rising cost of living and economic hardship being experienced by Nigerians to the policies of the President Bola Tinubu administration. The forum also expressed concern over the escalation of insecurity in the northern region, warning that the protracted dimension of the problems, if untamed, are omens of social chaos. In a communique read by ACF spokesman Professor Tuko Muhammad Baba after the NEC meeting in Kaduna, the forum outlined some of the immediate causes of the economic problems and social instability, including the removal of fuel subsidy, floating of the naira, increase in electricity tariffs and taxes against the seemingly insensitive profligacy in spending by public officials. House of Representatives has resolved to forward all resolutions on insecurity to the Office of the National Advisor for Implementation. The lawmakers also mandated the Clerk of the House, Yahaya Danzaria, to compile all House resolutions on security and forward them to the Office of the National Security Advisor and the Committee on Legislative Compliance for action. The resolution was a sequel to a motion moved by the Minority Leader of the House, Kingsley Chinda, and 28 others during Wednesday's plenary session. Deliberations on the nation's security challenges often dominate plenary sessions in the House of Representatives, with many of them becoming symbolic gestures without corresponding actions. For the second day running, the ongoing tripartite negotiation of the new minimum wage involving the federal government, organized labor, and the organized private sector ended in another stalemate as government and private sector employers made minimal adjustments to their earlier offers, while organized labor brought down its wage demand from 615,000 naira to 500,000 naira and later 497,000 naira. Organized private sector increased its last week's offer of 54,000 naira to 57,000 naira. The government negotiating team had earlier remained adamant but had to take a short break to consult. It returned from the short break to increase its offer to 57,000 naira to match organized private sector's offer. Enyimba TV News recalls the government's negotiating team had on Tuesday offered to pay a minimum wage of 54,000 naira. Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court Abuja has granted SY Commander of the Force Intelligence Response Team, DCP Abia, temporary bail for 2 weeks on passionate grants to bury his mother. Kyari was granted bail to the tune of 15 million naira and a surety in like sum. While giving the order, Justice Nwite also held that the surety, which shall be his counsel in the matter, should deposit a copy of his call-to-bar certificate to the Deputy Registrar of the court. Kyari is to deposit his travel passport with the court and shall always report to any formation of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency (NDLEA) nearest to him within the period the bail was granted for. The trial judge gave the order pending the ruling of Kyari's bail application slated for May 31, 2024. Elvet Ayambim has been impeached as the Speaker of Cross River State House of Assembly. The Speaker was impeached by 17 members out of the 25-member House over allegations of misappropriation of funds. Majority of the lawmakers passed a no-confidence vote on the Right Honorable Ayambim about 11 months into office. Enyimba TV News observed that a rowdy session ensued after Ayambim was impeached. One of the lawmakers made a dash for the mace, which is the symbol of authority of the Speaker. However, the legislator with the mace refused to let go, leading to a struggle and a brawl in the chamber. Former Abia State Accountant General Gabriel C. Onyendilifu has joined the All Progressives Congress (APC). The immediate past chairman of Isialangwa South Local Government Area, Honorable Ikechukwu Anyatongo, has also joined the party. Onyendilifu, who was the House of Representatives aspirant under the platform of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) for Isialangwa North and South Federal in 2018, joined the All Progressives Congress (APC) at his Ike Mvose country home. He served as Accountant General of Abia State under the administration of Theodore Orji and former Governor Okezi Bazo. The joining of APC by Onyendilifu and Anyatongo weeks after the defection of the former Speaker of the State's 7th Assembly, Right Honorable Chinedum Orji, and among others, joined the APC, making the APC the sought-after party in the state. You're watching Enyimba TV News. After this short break, the news continues with foreign, business, and sports updates. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. and thanks for staying tuned. Now the news continues, and we begin with foreign. President Joe Biden has welcomed Kenyan President William Ruto to the White House for a 3-day visit as the East African nation prepares to deploy forces to Haiti as part of a UN-led effort to try to calm a sprawling security crisis in the Caribbean country. Some 1,000 Kenyan police officers are set to arrive soon in Haiti, part of a multilateral security support mission that aims to help curb gang violence. Other countries expected to back up Kenyan forces include the Bahamas, Barbados, Benin, Chad, and Bangladesh. The United States for years has partnered with Kenya on counter-terrorism efforts in Africa, including battling the extremist group of Al-Shabaab. Ruto's decision to send police forces to Haiti was welcomed by a top Biden administration official as an unprecedented undertaking and a show of global leadership by Kenya. Kenya is the first African nation since 2008 to be honored by the U.S. with a state visit. And on business, Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has directed all existing Bureau de Change operators, BDCs, to reapply for new operational licenses. The Apex Bank disclosed this in a document titled Regulatory and Supervisory Guidelines for Bureau de Change Operations in Nigeria. It mentioned that BDCs are required to meet the minimum capital requirement for the license category applied for 6 months starting June 3. According to the release, the minimum capital requirement for Tier 1 BDC operators is 2 billion naira, while for Tier 2 BDC operators is 500 million naira. There is also a non-refundable application fee of 1 million naira and a non-refundable license fee of 5 million naira for Tier 1 BDC operators. Tier 2 operators are expected to pay a non-refundable application and license fee of 250,000 and 2 million naira respectively. And finally, from sports, Ademola Lookman scored 3 awe-inspiring goals to help Atalanta defeat Bayern Leverkusen 3-0 in the 2023-2024 UEFA Europa League UEL final. The Nigerian is the player of the match as the Bergamo-based club became the first Italian club to win the UEL since it was renamed in 2009. Lookman scored 2 goals in the first half and another in the second phase at the Aviva Stadium in Dublin, Ireland, to end Leverkusen's unbeaten run across all competitions. 3 Nigerians featured in the final. Lookman led the Atalanta attack while Leverkusen introduced Victor Boniface and Nathan Taylor off the bench. Lookman becomes the first player to score a hat-trick in the UEL final and the first African to do so in a major European Cup final. He became the 7th Nigerian to win the Europa League, joining the likes of John Obi Mikel, Victor Moses, and others as UEL champions. The sports story brings us to the end of the news at this period. But before we go, here is a recap of the top stories. In the news, we told you Labour has shifted to 497,000 naira as they rejected federal government's fresh 57,000 naira wage proposal. And we also told you Arewa Forum, they are blaming worsening economic hardship on federal government's policies. And we also told you that former Abia Accountant General has defected to the APC. That's our package of news for now. Please join us for more updates in our subsequent bulletins. Meanwhile, don't forget to subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Click on the notification bell to receive alerts when new videos are uploaded. Thank you for watching. On behalf of the production team, I am Mary Ihe Jirika saying do have yourself an amazing day.